Hello and welcome to the Driving in Wyoming podcast. This is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. Today we're going to talk about the 2014 Toyota 4Runner Trail. The Toyota 4Runner Trail is everything the 4Runner should be. It's big, it's truck-like, and it's very off-road capable. This is the SUV that started the SUV market for Toyota, and it really is what it should be. It's the last of a slowly dying breed of vehicles, though. Back in the 90s, the Toyota 4Runner enjoyed a reputation for being one of the best off-road machines with an affordable price tag that you could get. It was right-sized for family and friend hauling. It had a 6-cylinder performer under the hood and could climb trails and dig through harsh terrain with the best of them. Fast forward now to 2014, and the 4Runner Trail continues that tradition. For the 2014 model year, Toyota gave the 4Runner a refresh to update style and interior of the SUV, but it's otherwise the same as the current generation 4Runner. The 2014 Toyota 4Runner Trail is the middle child of the 4Runner lineup. There's an entry-level SR5 that's below it, and the top-level limited edition is above it. It's my opinion that the 2014 4Runner Trail is the best-looking of the 4Runner model lineup. It's more aggressive with a front grille to match the peering headlamps and the hood scoop to denote more power in concert with the bulky front fenders. The belt line for the 4Runner runs straight along the doors to the rear quarter, where pillars are slanted rearward and down to give an impression of speed and break up that big box on wheels appearance that most SUVs kind of begin with. It has a sporty spoiler above the hatch, and that's a nice little touch to go with the strong indent that's under the doors, just above the optional running boards. And this complements the flaring fenders at the front and rear, which house beefy tires and various alloy wheel options. Overall, the Trail Edition has a more aggressive look, and I really like it. On the inside, the Trail is well equipped for the average buyer. Soft-Tech seating is standard in the premium package that we drove, but the lower-end treated cloth is also very good. The usual array of technology like Bluetooth and satellite radio and whatnot is all there for the offing. In the premium, most of the higher-end amenities are accounted for as standard. As with most of this generation's 4Runners, though, the layout is not always ergonomic and some control positions are a little bit odd. My favorite is to point out the window controls that are high up on the sill, and they're just sitting there kind of waiting for a pile of snow or a torrent of rain or even some mud to come in and short them out. At least the Trail Edition drops the odd little dial shifter that they use for the four-wheel drive control in the Limited to a more traditional knob-style shift, which adds two-wheel drive as an option in this truck. The dashboard, the shift lever, the floor door panels, and many of the others, the storage cubbies and drink holders are all hard plastic. And it's not cheap plastic, but it's not really premium either. It's not easy on the eyes, but it does serve a purpose. It makes it easy to wipe everything down when the inevitable muddy hands and dust and so forth show up. And if you're like me and you drive around with the window down all the time, you will get this vehicle dusty. There's an option of a cool party tray that can go in the rear cargo space. It's about $350, and you get a rack on the floor of the rear cargo that slides out when the hatch is open to extend the space in a sort of tailgate. It's capable of holding 440 pounds, so it's actually a tailgate party tray, and it's augmented by a 120-volt outlet and some extra lighting at the back. And if you have the premium stereo option in your 4Runner Trail, you can pipe the music to the rear with a couple of button presses. There's no third row in the 4Runner Trail package, but with comfortable seating for 5, you probably don't really need it. For family hauling, you can go buy the Limited instead, although, honestly, I don't know why you would bother. You might as well just get a crossover. Under the hood, of course, the 4Runner Trail is powered by the 4.0-liter 6-cylinder engine that goes through a 5-speed automatic transmission. This is standard in all the 4Runners, and it's the same setup you'll get in the low-end Tundra pickup truck and in the Tacoma pickup truck. The Trail has that cool hood scoop, but it's only cosmetic. Still, it changes the look of the vehicle a lot, and I really, really like it. It's one of the best things about this, along with the front grille that's just a lot more aggressive than you get in the other 4Runner packages. On the road, the 2014 4Runner Trail is comfortable, but still a truck. Those who aren't prepared to give up their sedan's ride on the highway really shouldn't be driving a 4Runner anyway. Although the 4Runner is built well for family hauling and everyday use, it's really made for going off the pavement. If you aren't worried about maneuverability in the parking lot or being able to haul your kid's entire soccer team, you probably will think the Trail is more than capable of everything you need. As with most SUVs and trucks, the 4Runner enjoys a commanding view of the road, has good acceleration when it's needed, and the ability to hop the curb when it's required. It rides as well as you can expect, though the beefier off-road tires and some of the trail equipment actually smooth out the ride somewhat in comparison to the limited package. Away from the pavement, though, this is where the 4Runner Trail really comes into its own. It's like a Labrador fetching sticks from the lake. We have a dog, his name is Leroy, and that dog, you can throw sticks all damn day, and he will run out there and get them and bring them back. Swim out there and get them and bring them back. You get tired just watching him do it. The 4Runner Trail's the same way. You get tired just watching it do its thing because it can do everything. The confidence it has comes from the myriad of controls, and they require a bit of a learning curve, but it's really worth the effort. There's crawl control, hill start, downhill assist, multi-terrain select, KDSS, and more. There's switches everywhere, but they're well placed in a lot of ways. They moved most of them up above so that they're up on the headliner rather than down on the floor, making them much easier to use and kind of out of the way. So you don't use them all the time. They're not right there in front of you all the time. That last one, that KDSS, that's the kinetic dynamic suspension system. And this is what really makes the 4Runner Trail what it is. It's a big option. It's pricey. It's about $1,700, but it's totally worth it if you're into rock crawling and hill climbing. Because what it does is it uses hydraulics to disconnect the sway bars to improve wheel actuation. This gives you a lot of reach on those wheels, and for a factory option, this is awesome. It really takes the trail from being a capable off-roader to a powerful off-roader. It's a great vehicle. It really builds up the 4Runner. And like I said, this is what the 4Runner needs to be. So the 2014 Toyota 4Runner Trail is exactly what those of us old enough to remember the SUV's birth back in the day remember it to be. It's strong, it's solid, it's capable, and the outdoor enthusiast's dream. It climbs, crawls, bogs, and otherwise articulates through the landscape on par with many of the storied names in the off-road SUV annals. This is what the 4Runner should be, and driving it in Wyoming, I had a great time. This is a great vehicle. So for the Driving in Wyoming podcast, this has been Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com. We'll talk to you again soon.